Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look right here, a warm smoky eye, specifically for hooded eyes because that's what I have. For any of you that have hooded eyes, you know that a lot of the makeup looks that we see and want to recreate, we have to make a few tweaks or else they're not going to look the same on our eyes as they do on someone else's. So my goal is to show you how to do a smoky eye with hooded eyes where it's still going to look like you would want it to, and so you can recreate all these other looks that people are wearing. And so normally it's funny because if you're looking at my eyes right now, normally this one is way more hooded than this one, but today apparently they are the same. But sometimes you'll have to tweak even one eye specifically if it's more hooded than the other. So if you guys are interested, I hope you enjoy this video and let's jump right into it. I'm going to start with my eyes first, and I'm going to be using the MAC paint pot in Painterly, and I apply it with my finger, but you can apply it with a brush if you want to. And this is just because, one, I have oily eyelids, and two, because when you have hooded eyes, the eyeshadow can tend to transfer up into the upper part right here, which you don't want. Okay, so now we have our base on. The next thing I'm going to do is start with the crease. So I'm going to start with this Makeup Geek eyeshadow right here called Peach Smoothie. Good transition color. And I'm just going to layer it in my crease. So one of the things that you want to be aware of when you have hooded eyes is that sometimes you need to make a crease. So see how this is my eyes completely relaxed. If I put it in my crease right here, you're not going to see all of the shadow. So what I want to do is make my crease a little bit higher, so that way we can like fake having a crease, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go back and forth, and blending is the most important thing you can remember to do when doing your eyeshadow. Alright. By the way, I'm using a Sigma E40 blending brush right here. Perfect for blending and perfect for crease work. Okay, now that I have that layer on, I'm going to go in with another eyeshadow by Makeup Geek right here. This is called Chickadee. And I'm just going to go over exactly where I went over before with Peach Smoothie. So I'm just going over right exactly where I put Peach Smoothie with this color Chickadee, building my crease up. And also you want to make sure not to get it too far into the inner corner. A little bit is okay, but if you go too dark right about in this area, it can kind of look like you got punched in the face, which we're not going for that look today. Okay, now that that's nice and blended, the next thing I'm going to do is take a pencil brush. This one right here is by Sigma. It is the E30. So this is where the trick comes in for hooded eyes. I'm going to darken up my eyes because we're doing a smoky eye. And I'm going to take this color right here by Makeup Geek. This is a Makeup Geek kind of day. It's called Bitten. It's a nice dark maroon shade. I'm going to take this pencil brush. So if you notice, if you're looking at my eyes right now, see how they kind of droop down at the end because of this hood coming over? I want to make sure that I lift my eyes up. So I don't want any eyeshadow coming down here, or else it's going to make my eyes look more hooded and it's going to make them look tired. So a way to do that is to just make sure your eyeshadow is always going up in this direction. So I'm going to start with a line just on the edge right here. And I'm just going to go up like this. it's not going to look this crazy and I'm going to blend it out, but this is just so we know where to start. So now the next step is you want to look straight on at the camera, okay? And you want to draw a line from the corner of this to the middle of your eye. And you want to make sure that line is straight. You don't want to make it sloped downward, because if you do, you're going to open your eyes like this and you're not going to be able to see any of your shadow. And there's nothing more frustrating than doing a great look on your eyes and then opening them and you're not able to see anything because your eyes are hooded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the eyeshadow and I'm just going to connect starting from right here. Okay, and I'm going to connect to the other corner over here. And I'm just blending it out a little bit. So now, when I open my eyes, you can see this eyeshadow. Whereas normally, if you would bring it down, you wouldn't be able to see anything. So, now that we have this dark corner applied, I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. Now, this looks a little crazy, like this. So I'm going to take a blending brush. This is just a blending brush by Morphe. Looks like this. And I'm going to go back in with some of Peach Smoothie and a little bit of Chickadee and just kind of blend out the top part of that Bitten color. I'm not going to worry about this inner part right here because I'm going to put more color on my lid and then blend that out. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is put some more of that Bitten and try to darker up the outer corners of my eye. So I'm going to take this brush by Morphe, it's like a flat shader brush, and take that same shade Bitten and just darken up the outer corner. You don't have to darken it up, but since we're doing a smoky eye. Alright. Now we have the hard part is done. Now we're going to put a lighter color in the inner corner. Kind of take it out to this darker color right here, and I like to put light color in the inner part of my eye because it makes your eyes brighten up, it opens them, it really finishes off the look. So I'm going to take this other color by Makeup Geek called Magic Act right here. You can see it's a nice, maybe you can see it's a nice champagne-y gold color. And this is a foiled eyeshadow by Makeup Geek. I'm going to take this shader brush. I think this is by Coastal Scents. I'm not really sure. So, normally, sometimes I use Max Fix Plus and wet my brush first before I put it into the eyeshadow, and that can make it more intense. But these foiled eyeshadows are pretty intense by themselves. So I am just going to go in with a dry brush with this color, and I'm going to put it in the inner part of my lid. Careful not to bring it up too high, because then that's not the look that we're going for, and that can start to be too intense. So I'm just gonna pack that on. Kind of stopping, I'm stopping at the outer part of my iris right here, bringing that out. Alright, now I'm going to take more of that Bitten shade and I'm going to blend where those two colors meet right in the center of my eye here. And once again, darkening up the outer corner. And it's okay if we still have a sharp edge on this side because I'm actually going to go in with winged eyeliner. So alright, now what I'm going to do is take, drop the stuff. Alright, I'm going to take the same E40 brush that we used in the beginning, take more of that peach smoothie, and I'm just going to go over everything again and blend. I cannot stress enough how important blending is. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is add eyeliner. And so a trick that I learned is to just take your eyeliner in till right about here. And you're just gonna make like a thin line so it's not gonna look like it just ends there. You're gonna blend it out and just end it about right here. So that way you still can have that wing, but it's not going to completely, you know, overtake your eye. So I'm going to, I always have to do this. I always have to hold my skin back. And I'm going to start from like right here, and I'm just gonna follow this line that I made with my eyeshadow. Just like that. Okay, so one of the things you need to be careful of is getting the right angle, because you can do whatever angle you want, but if you angled it up more, then your eyeliner can kind of disappear in this fold right here, because my eyes droop down, like I said. And so you need to make sure you put it at the right angle and you bring it out enough so that you can still see it when you have your eyes open. So now I have this line right here, and I'm just gonna bring it back in and then fill it in. Okay, so I just brought it right where I said, right to out here. And I'm going to fill it in and clean it up a little bit. I'm just going to follow that line that I made, trying to make it even with the other one. I always have an easier time with this eye. Because I'm right-handed. Okay, so now we have our wings. So something that I'm going to do to try to make everything come together is blend this eyeshadow out with this wing so it lines up. I'm going to take that same shadow Bitten that we have been using, and I'm going to take the shader brush that fell on the floor. Okay. And I'm just going to blend it together so it looks finished. You can also put like a towel or something and fold it over and put it against this part right here so you can make sure that you're staying clean. Now another trick that I have for people with hooded eyes is a lot of the times, especially with these foiled eyeshadows, they can tend to transfer up to the hood of your eye. And so I am going to set the eyeshadow right here with a little bit of translucent powder. I forgot, so I'm going to go get that, be right back. So I'm going to set my eyeshadow with some of this translucent powder from Mercier. It's very good for people with oily skin, which I have. So I'm going to take the same brush that I used to apply the foiled eyeshadow, and I'm just going to take some of this powder and tap off the excess, and I'm just going to put it right over this foiled eyeshadow. Now we have that set, and we are almost done with the eyes. I'm just going to pop on some lashes. So I'm going to use the Ardell lashes. These are the Glamour lashes. You can just get these at Target. And I use the Duo adhesive. You can also get at Target. So one thing about lashes, in my opinion, fake lashes are extremely important if you're trying to finish off a look with hooded eyes, because they just bring everything together. Well, I guess a look with any eyes, because they bring everything together. They make your eyes really pop. So I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And this is just to coat your lashes so they blend in when you apply your false lashes. So I'm not putting on that much. I just want them to be black. False eyelashes are important for people like me that have no lashes also. Look at these little stubs. Alright, so I applied some mascara, and I am going to put my eyelashes on off camera because sometimes it could take a little while. Okay, so I applied my eyelashes. As you can see, it really brings the look together. So, next thing I'm going to do is apply the rest of my face makeup, and then I will come back and finish up the lower lash line, and then also the brows and some highlighting around that area. So I finished off the foundation and the concealer, and I also did my brows. So I'm going to do a brow highlight and then finish up my lower lash line, and then we'll be done. So for my brow highlight, I am taking just a pencil brush like so, and I'm going to be using, sorry these are all Makeup Geek shadows, but it's Makeup Geek kind of day. This is Makeup Geek Champagne color, really pretty color right here, and I'm just going to put that on my inner corners to brighten up the eye even more. And what the heck, I'm also going to use that color for my brow bone highlight. This is a little intense, so I'm not going to use very much. Alright, now to finish up the lower lash line. First thing I'm going to do is take this eyeliner by Rimmel London. It's just their black kohl eyeliner. Looks like this. And I'm going to do my waterline. And we're going to end up blending this out, but I'm going to take it all the way into the inner corner because I want it to be a little bit more dramatic. Now the next thing I'm going to do is we need to blend that out. So I'm actually going to take, a lot of people take really thin brushes to do this. I don't like to because I can get too close to my eye and then it can get kind of irritated. Plus I like the really like smoked out bottom lash look. So I'm going to take this shader brush by Morphe and take that, excuse me, take that Bitten color and I'm just going to go underneath that liner. So I am going to take this pencil brush and just go in with Peach Smoothie that we used in the beginning and just blend everything together. Really smoke out that lower lash line. Alright, now the last thing I'm going to do is apply mascara. The same mascara to my bottom lashes. Alright everyone, that completes this video of this warm smoky eye for hooded eyes. If any of you want to know the rest of the products that I'm wearing on my face or anything like that, I will list everything down below. So otherwise, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you again. See you next time.